2 days ago, we got a game called Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was one of the most anticipated games of most people's lists. I didn't really care about Assassin's Creed. But Assassin's Creed Odyssey is just completely awful, okay? Assassin's Creed Odyssey is basically a disgrace to freaking ancient Greek culture, okay? If you like ancient Greek culture, and if you hate microtransactions, you would hate this game. Because Assassin's Creed Odyssey, basically, you have to pay to get higher in the rankings of the game. You have to pay for EXP to get upgrades. And you either have to pay 15 hours of the game or pay. Wow, Ubisoft. Wow. This is what we really want in Assassin's Creed. We really want people to pay to win. Pay to win. This game is a pay to win game. You get 1,000 Helix credits for $10. Wow. Wow, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We really want to pay $10 so we don't have to play the game longer. You really want to screw over people who don't want to have to pay for this. This is why I'm not buying games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Because of freaking microtransactions, okay? I'm not paying $10 to play the game, okay? I already paid I'm getting games that actually matter this year, like Smash Ultimate and Spiral Trilogy, not microtransaction infused garbage with loot boxes called Assassin's Paywall Odyssey, cause that's what Assassin's Creed Odyssey is. It's not a quality title or AAA title. It's a pay to win game that I don't want. Okay, so I can go over something about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There's an optional mode in Assassin's Creed Odyssey that makes it an open world game more accessible for folks that don't want to pay $15 into a game before it really gets good. This basically means you get to pay. It's basically pay to win. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is freaking pay to win, okay? If you like games, this is basically even worse than This is just as bad as Star Wars Battlefront 2. People have been saying Battlefront 2 was really bad with its DLC and its microtransactions, but they're literally telling you, you get buy this thing for $10 that will basically get you, that basically is worth 15 hours of gameplay. Really, Ubisoft? Really? And then we have the political side of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yes. Because we have to talk about modern politics and a freaking game that takes place in the freaking Greek era, okay? This takes place between the war with the Peloponnesian War, which is of course a historical era that happens in the 300s. So why are modern day politics taking place in a freaking game about Greece? If you want a real game that takes place in history, the Scorpio Kingdom come to live with and not even buy this piece of garbage or civilization, or just don't even buy Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's just a waste of your money, okay? It's in with both Sparta and Athens that are fighting and trying to kill each other. But basically, there are moments in the game that don't make you feel like you're in Greece. Like, here we go again. Feminism is in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Feminism! We do not need feminism in a game about freaking Greece, okay? We do not need a little feminism in a game about Greece. This is the reason why Battlefield 5 sucks, okay? This game is suffering the same exact problems as freaking Battlefield 5 and freaking Star Wars The Last Jedi. You're trying to inject politics into something that doesn't need politics. Star Wars is something that takes place in a galaxy far, far away. It doesn't take place on modern day Earth where people are so worried about freedom of speech, which freedom of speech is basically internet censorship and stuff, and collusion with aggressive foreign powers. Yeah, because we really want to reference the so-called wasn't collusion that doesn't exist. And of course, the leftist version of freedom of speech, which is pro-diversity, which is of course, we must have feminists and minorities' voices held over white voices. This game is just absolutely disgusting. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is not a real Greek game. There are way better games that are about ancient Greek than freaking Assassin's Creed Odyssey, okay? And of course, civilization. You can play as ancient Greece as one of the playable civilizations. I know civilization is not supposed to be realistic, but still goes for the errors in a realistic setting, and you can build anything you want. As basically, civilization is basically history simulator. It's not really supposed to replicate history, but it's still way better than Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and games like EU4 and Hearts of Iron 4 are better games than this freaking Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which isn't trying to replicate history at all. Okay, so, and the movie 300, I would write, like, Greek history. What are feminists in freaking Greek history? No, there were no freaking feminists fighting for women's rights in Greek history, okay? There was no freaking feminists fighting for women's rights and all these problems they have with the patriarchy and freaking Greek history. People were normal. People acted normal. People lived on with their lives and didn't worry about stupid petty things about feminism, representation. No, we don't have. It's not that way. Like, if you want to play an actual a game about Greek history, just play the freaking God of War games about Greek mythology, okay? This game is set in ancient Greece, but it doesn't even represent ancient Greece at all. There's thousands of ancient Greece games that are far better than this Assassin's Creed Odyssey garbage, okay? There are hundreds. There are like 10 to 20 games, like Age of Mythology, the God of War series, the Age of Mythology series, the entire God of War series, or even Wizards Warriors or Toy at least is trying to make sure all these games are trying to make sure representation of Greek history. Overall, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is just a complete disgrace of a Greek video game. If you really want to buy a game about Greek mythology, just go buy not Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that game completely sucks, okay. Let's go buy freaking God of War, not the new game, because the new God of War game is based on Norse mythology, and Norse mythology is not Greek mythology. I'm talking about the ones with Greek mythology, not freaking Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which basically just goes on and says, we gonna make fun of, we're gonna basically make sure about basically avoid Assassin's Creed Odyssey as much as possible. They're turning Assassin's Creed into basically politics, and basically the Ubisoft Week video. I'm probably not gonna buy anything from Ubisoft anymore because Ubisoft only cares about diversity. I'll probably buy some of the past games, but I'm not gonna buy The Division 2 because the first Division was completely awful. I probably might do a review on that game as well because The Division completely sucks. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey, get your politics out of my video games and get this awful microtransactions out of my video games. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey completely is garbage. Do not buy this game at all costs.